and welcome here to TalkFCB and welcome back to the channel. Here today, guys, as Barça have recorded a very important and vital win against Elche at the Camp Nou. And it was a game, of course, that coming into it, we widely expected that Barça would win this game. It's a game on paper that we should win, but at the same time, we spoke beforehand about dealing with that disappointment in midweek against Bayern, bouncing back here and making sure that we were mentally ready in this game. And I think we handled that well. And I think what the really good thing and encouraging thing for me is here, we've won this game today, 3-0, and we've made it look routine, and it was. And I'm just glad about that, because there were times that last season there was these kinds of games, especially at home, where we weren't making them look routine and where we weren't getting the job done. We've done that today, scored some nice goals, and we are going to be talking all about the game as it played out. So let's get to it. Because if we do, first of all, start with Xavi Hernandez's team selection, and we spoke before the game about refreshing the team and actually finding a way to make a few changes here just to spark this team back into life, and that's what Xavi did. You can see here plenty of changes in that lineup, 5 in total from the team that played against Bayern. Eric Garcia and Balde returned in defence, and I was really happy about that. Those two there didn't really deserve to miss out, and they came back in and both played very, very well indeed. Frenkie de Jong played in the deeper holding midfield position. Franck Kessié was as an interior, and as you can see there, Memphis Depay, he was one of the more surprising inclusions in that forward line, but that was a decision that worked out really, really well for Xavi. But of course the big moment, not only in that first half, but actually in terms of the whole course of the game, it was 15 minutes into the match there. Frenkie de Jong, he just slips a ball in behind, through to Robert Lewandowski, who spins in behind the Elche defence. He's in on goal, it looks like. And I think the captain of Elche here, the centre-back, it's almost as though he couldn't help himself. You know, he couldn't stop himself there from just grabbing onto Lewandowski, bringing him down, grabbing him there, clear foul. He was through on goal, clear goal-scoring opportunity, and the referee, in all honesty, guys, had no choice there but to produce a red card. So Elche there, already up against it in this game, and after just 15 minutes, reduced to 10 men. But it still took Barça a little bit of time to break Elche down, because obviously when a team goes down to 10 men, that doesn't always mean, you know, you got to pile on the goals, because actually that made them retreat even further, sort of be even more negative in their approach to the game. We had to really work to break them down. But 34 minutes into the game there, Ousmane Dembele involved down the right-hand side. He had some brilliant runs throughout that first half especially. He switches it inside to Pedri, who sees the run then of Balde, who's arriving, by the way, into the perfect area. So much pace on that left, and it's a brilliant cross-across goal. This might look like an easy ball, but he puts this into the perfect area there for Robert Lewandowski, arriving onto it. It's the simplest finish ever, and of course he's going to score from there. Lewandowski, another goal for him. There were a few concerns after that went in. Could it be offside? And you can see there that Lewandowski, he is ahead of the Elche defence, but crucially, he's behind the ball. You know, Balde there actually putting it back towards Lewandowski, not offside, and Barça take the lead. And I think even early on there in that first half, there were a few very promising signs from Memphis Depay, because even quite a few minutes earlier before his goal came, it showed a lovely turn, and it really was a fantastic switch of the body there, showing all of that upper body strength. He cut back inside the defender, and he forced the goalkeeper into a really good save, and that was the good sign from Memphis. Out in that wide left position, he was getting on the ball and playing with some real confidence, and on 41 minutes indeed, he did get the goal that he wanted, and it was an absolutely stunning one at that, because Balde here, again, he's involved. We're going to talk about him in just a moment in a bit more detail, but he rolls the ball into Memphis there. He knows the way that Memphis wants to receive the ball, because again, he's got his back to the defender. He's backing into him there. He's really showing a lot of strength to hold him off, and he's just waiting for his moment, and he spins, he rolls the ball. Absolutely fantastic piece of skill there. Phenomenal turn, and once he's done that, it's a really quick finish, smashes it there into the roof of the net, and that was a great goal from Memphis. Absolutely quality there from him, and another assist, like I say, for Alejandro Balde, who I do just have to say that throughout this game for me, Balde was outstanding in his play, and I think especially given the fact that he missed out against Bayern, he wasn't in that team, and to then be called upon again this weekend, he might have felt, you know, a bit let down, you know, maybe a bit of a knock in confidence, but he didn't show that at all, because he was firing out here today. He looked really confident. He was bursting down that left, so many opportunities there to get forward and get involved in the attacks, and also he was making the right choices there. 2 really good assists for him, and yet another really promising display. And it could have easily been 3-0 to Barca before half-time. Dembele involved in the build-up, Lewandowski there as well. It was Pedri who got the final touch and looked to have scored, but that was there just ruled off. Pedri straying offside, so it was 2-0 to Barca at half-time. We were in control. And I do think then, as we move into the second half, we did start to see plenty of changes once again from Xavi, giving everybody, of course, an opportunity and to show their importance to the team. Xavi came on immediately there for Kessie, and I feel like that was mainly because very early on there in that first half, Kessie picked up an early yellow card. It was for a stray arm, and I think ever since that moment, Elche basically were trying to get him sent off. It was really embarrassing, actually, some of the things they were doing, going down there, the reactions from them to try and make it 10 versus 10. So I think Xavi there just trying to protect Kessie, taking him off there and making sure that we didn't lose any players. And on 48 minutes, Barca basically put the game beyond any doubt at all. It was Koundé and Dembele combining on that right side. Again, that combination looked really good for me. There was a cross in towards Memphis Depay, who's inside of the area. A bit of a goalmouth scramble, balls bouncing around, and who's going to be there? You know who's going to be there. It's Robert Lewandowski, who dispatches it once again. That is his 8th La Liga goal of the season. He keeps on scoring, extending his lead at the top and in the Pichichi race in La Liga. Fantastic for him. Then on the hour mark, there were more changes, and Xavi and Ansu Fati came on, replacing Memphis Depay. Rafinha came on the right-hand side for Dembele, and Eric Garcia went off. Bellerin came on, and what that meant there was that we finally got a glimpse of Araujo and Koundé as a centre-back partnership. And Lewandowski could have easily left the game with a hat-trick once again in a Barca shirt. Xavi slipped a really nice pass through to him. You can see there he bends his run really well to stay onside, and it almost seems like the ball is going to get caught up with him, but he has an immaculate touch there. It was a sort of backheel touch that just gets it back into his path. It was brilliant from Lewandowski, but he can't quite keep the finish down, and he ends the game there with 2 goals before he was subbed off for Ferran Torres. And I did think it was interesting there, because once Ferran did indeed come on along there with the likes of Ansu Fati, you've got Pedri out there so young, Balde of course as well, and Xavi, that team there that ended the game from Barca, the lineup on show, that had an average age of 21 years old. That is absolutely incredible there, that we fielded a lineup, and there's so much quality there too, by the way. That is not a bad team by any stretch of the imagination, and that just highlights really the quality that we have, the talent that we have at our disposal, and we are really building something very, very special at this club right now. And what this victory means today is that Barca temporarily, at least, move into the top position in La Liga. We are first right now, 1 point ahead of Real Madrid, who of course will take on Atletico tomorrow in the Madrid derby on Sunday. We've got 16 out of 18 points so far in La Liga, heading now into the international break. We've got to keep going, we've got to keep that momentum building, and especially now, all of these players go away. Hopefully, no injuries, that's the main thing, and we'll be back in October when the fixture list, like I say, it is absolutely insane. So please guys, do let me know your thoughts in the comments down below on what you saw today from Barca against Elche. Like I say there, a routine win, one that we expected to get, but also one that we had to go out there and earn and make sure that we got those 3 points. What did it make of the display and the performances out there from the individual players? I'll be seeing you soon, of course. The videos will be continuing, and there will be, I'm sure, plenty to discuss. Thank you indeed for watching, and for all of your support. But until next time, as always, Visca El Barça.